The iPhone 15 Pro Max gleamed on my cracked screen, its midnight black finish practically begging me to swipe right. 256 GB, unlocked, flawless condition, $300. I stared at the price, thumb hovering over the message button. That was at least $800 under market value. Stolen? Probably. But after 6 months of nursing my dying iPhone 10, with its shattered screen and battery that died if I looked at it wrong, I was willing to take the risk. Me, still available? The reply came before I could lock my phone. Seller, yes. Must sell tonight. 22 Cortlandt Street basement apartment, knock 3 times. I checked the address, a run-down pre-war in a neighborhood that had gentrified around it. Not the worst area, but not great either. The kind of block where you parked close to your destination and walked fast. I texted the seller, can we meet somewhere public? 3 pulsing dots. Then, he texted me, no, come now or deal is off. I hesitated, but the thought of finally having a phone that didn't embarrass me won out. Be there in 20. The building looked like it hasn't been maintained since the 70s. Cracked stone steps led down to a basement entrance, the paint on the door peeling like dead skin. No buzzer, no camera, just a single, grime-covered peephole. I knocked 3 times, the sound echoed down the empty stairwell. Somewhere above me, a dog barked. Silence. I was about to knock again when the door creaked open exactly 6 inches, stopped by a tarnished security chain. A single bloodshot eye peered out, the pupil dilated enough to swallow the iris whole. Cash? The voice was raspy, like the owner had swallowed glass. I held up the envelope. The eye blinked, slow, deliberate. The door shut. Metal scraped as the chain unlocked. When it reopened, a skeletal hand thrust out a phone. The screen was pristine, not a single scratch or fingerprint. Test it, the voice commanded. I powered it on. The Apple logo appeared, then glitched. For half a second, the screen flashed a home screen with 27 missed calls from unknown. Then it reset to the factory welcome screen. It's clean? I asked, thumbing through the settings. The hand twitched. Yes. I pulled up the camera, snapped a test photo. The image showed the dim hallway, and something else. A shadowy figure standing behind me, just out of focus. I spun around, nothing there. Works fine. I lied, handing over the cash. Bony fingers snatched the envelope. The door slammed. I didn't realize I'd been holding my breath until I was back on the street, the phone heavy in my pocket. The voicemail came as I unlocked my car. One new voicemail. I tapped play. 3 seconds of wet, rhythmic breathing, and a sound like fingers dragging across a microphone. Click. The call ended. Probably a glitch. I muttered, tossing the phone onto the passenger seat.
I should have known something was wrong when the seller insisted I come after midnight. Rare vinyl collection, must sell tonight, $100 for all, the Craigslist ad read. The price was too good to be true, but as a broke college student and record collector, I couldn't resist. The messages were, off. Come to back door. Don't knock. Don't bring friends. Cash only. Small bills, no newer than 2009. You'll know the house by the red light in the attic window. Willow Lane was at the edge of town, where the streetlights grew sparse and the trees crowded close to the road. Number 317 stood apart from the others, a looming Victorian with peeling paint, its wraparound porch sagging with neglect. A single red bulb glowed in the attic window like a warning beacon. I parked on the street, my headlights illuminating the overgrown path to the back door. The humid summer air clung to my skin as I walked, the chorus of crickets suddenly cutting out as I reached the porch steps. The back door stood slightly ajar. Hello? I called softly, knocking despite the instructions. I'm here about the records. Silence. Then a scraping sound from inside, like furniture being dragged across hardwood. I pushed the door open further. The kitchen smelled of mildew and something metallic. A single candle flickered on the counter, its wax pooling in grotesque shapes. Down here, a voice rasped from the basement stairs. Every hair on my neck stood up. The voice didn't match the older woman who'd messaged me. This sounded younger. I brought the money, I said, not moving from the doorway. A wet chuckle echoed up the stairs. Bring it down. The records are down here. Something in the cadence was wrong. The words came too slowly, like the speaker was tasting each one. My phone chose that moment to light up with a notification. A new message from the seller. Don't come tonight. That's not me answering the door. The basement door creaked open wider. Come see. The voice crooned. We've been waiting for you. I backed toward the exit just as the candle snuffed out. In the sudden darkness, I heard multiple sets of bare feet slapping against the basement steps. I ran. The screen door slammed behind me as I vaulted off the porch. Behind me, the house seemed to groan, windows rattling, floorboards squealing under sudden weight. I didn't look back until I was in my car, engine roaring to life. The last thing I saw in my rearview mirror was the attic window. The red light was gone. In its place, 3 pale faces pressed against the glass, their mouths moving in unison.